Welcome back, guys. As I just left off, nothing's moved forward, nothing's changed at all. So we've got level 1, got 305 experience points, driven 133 miles. If you'd rather I change into kilometres, please do tell me so. It does help with trying to work out how much experience points you're going to get per job, you could say, I suppose, because it's all calculated. You get 1 experience points per kilometre you drive, basically. That's how it works. So, email. Truck dealer in Manchester. We've got Scania trucks for sale. Go and see their showroom. I can't afford anything, so there's no point doing that yet. I can't buy much with just the 3,000 I think I've got, or it's 5,000 now. Oh, 5,700. So let's have a look. Next job we could pick up. This one seems to be paying quite well, which is going to Sheffield, next door to where my one is. Or we can do a shorter journey, which is 3,524, which should take us to 3 hours. That's going to take us 21 hours. Let's go to Grimsby, shall we? Yeah, we're off to Grimsby. It's only a little bit less per mile, and then we're in a Scania. As per usual, what a surprise, I get emails as soon as I start. You must always check your truck. So here's the truck. The coupling, as you can see, is all attached, which is always a good bonus, always a good starting point, isn't it? Make sure we're all connected and safe to drive. Let's get this engine started. Back inside the cab. Lights on. And let's set off. So it looks like there's a garage to buy around here. It's like the same place we actually dropped off. We picked up from, sorry. Excuse me, trying to cough. Right, let's set off, leaving Manchester. As you can see, we haven't got a ton of fuel, just under half, but it should easily get us there with no problems at all. Now in this cab we don't actually have a built-in sat-nav, which makes no difference to me because the last one was not particularly very easy to kind of understand and read anyway, so small. So just going to leave the city. I'm going to try not to get any fines. Crashes, if they're my fault, well, if they're the AI's fault, well then that's not technically something that should have happened. I had one the other day when I was doing my test runs and went to put up a junction, my right of way. And he decided actually no, crashing into me would be more fun. So I ended up having a crash, which technically I couldn't do anything about. Oh, what is wrong with these emails at the moment? Leave me alone. We'll look at those at the end of this video. It's probably going to be to purchase a new truck, and they've given me a loan for some monies, and then there'll be some deal going on somewhere or something. Oh, this one has not got assisted braking, which is always a difficult thing to live with. Right, straight up to 55 miles an hour. This truck will not do 60, none of them do. 56 seems to be the limiter point to what they can do. And I've got 109 miles to go. I don't know if I'm going to get the bonus on this one. For doing the extra distance, I didn't check that one out. Must remind myself to do that every time. I am the most forgetful person at remembering to do that bit. Now here we go. I do enjoy having a good old look outside once the truck's on a nice straightish section of the road. Just to make sure I know, and we've seen it on the outside as it's moving. It makes a huge difference watching it in seeing it in the actual yard to moving along. Now I am recording the first few videos back to back, so I will not be able to respond to any of your comments. But please do leave comments. Like I said, I will leave in this video as well a list of the games I have on Steam, and some I don't, which I'm happy to put on the computer if I need to, providing they still work with Windows 10, because a lot of the games unfortunately that I do own seem to be struggling with Windows 10. That's kind of it really. Comes to your questions, I won't be answering personal things at the moment. Maybe once I get enough subscribers I'll start answering some personal questions. But I'm very much looking forward to getting American Truck Simulator once it's actually purchasable, because at the moment when I looked on Steam I could not, there was no purchase button, which makes it difficult to buy really. Now I thought we were going to Grimsby, but we are going to Grimsby. Looking at this, so the end of this motorway going, so either left or right. So one will be going left to Manchester and two will be going right to Sheffield and Grimsby. Now obviously these maps aren't exactly perfect to the actual English road network, but they're close enough. Otherwise it'd be very complicated trying to drive anywhere in this world. Yes, that was very naughty of me. I kind of half changed lane without actually indicating. Because either that or slowing down, so I went for a change lane. There was nothing beside me, so it was safe. Ish. $70 miles to go. I don't know where it's got the time of 2 hours, basically, an hour and 50 minutes to do 70 miles. I would rather calculated that one at 55 miles an hour. We must be doing quite a few miles at 30 then. So yes, when it comes to the trucking, I'm very undecided on what's my favourite, if it's going to be a Scania or the Volvos. MAN, I quite like MAN as well. Iveco, never got on with them at all. Mercedes, some of them I've enjoyed driving on this game, but most of them feel a bit clunky. They look chunky. I actually need to change lanes here, 1 second. There we go, beautiful. There's no point changing out, as I can see on the sat nav that the next section, which is going after Sheffield, I don't really want that either, so moving over would be detrimental to all the traffic. Even though the highway code states that lorries should move over as soon as possible, there's no point on that one, as it would be silly. Now I need to move over to the left, because the next one I will be coming off for Grimsby to the left. The rest are going to Birmingham or London, carrying on the M1. On the southbound carriage, we're going to the M18. Come on, truck. Get out of that hill. Don't know why I was facing so far up to the sky. I can't exactly see it because of the sunshade. Now on this one I'm going to have to move over to the inside lane as well because I'm not coming off the next junction even. Now 40 miles to go with an hour and 4 minutes left. Again, which to me makes no sense. Off to Cambridge if you wish to, but that won't help me at all. How long we got left on this job anyway? Oh, 6 hours, plenty of time. Probably could get to Cambridge and back on the motorway without any problems. That's not what delivery drivers do though. Go to their destination. Chugga 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 chugga. And then they've done quite a nice job here. And they do seem to react quite well, and obviously if you do go left and right very rapidly on the steering system, it does generally make your vehicle very unsteady on its wheels and it can topple. That was a completely pointless move over. Let's move back out again, shall we then? It was all clear in my mirrors, I could tell. There's a red car behind us. But safe enough distance. Going to Hull this time, so I'm hoping it's got its own lane to come off and it's not one of these ones where it completely splits and there's no lanes left at all. It's going to do that to me. Come on, car. Thank you. See, that one's much nicer when actually this lane stays here. More like the road networks we actually have in this country. Most of the time you don't go down to a single lane on a motorway or a road if it's a dual carriageway, one just splits off. But like I say, they can't get everything perfectly done. Coming towards the end of our destination. Got 4 miles left. Somehow we've just shrunk our time down quite drastically. Get those brakes on. I'm guessing we're going to be coming up to a 30 zone very shortly because a speed camera sign's just turned up. So let's just brake ourselves down to advance because this hasn't got an auto braker. No, I lied. It's not going to. Oh yes it is, there it is. Grimsby's discovered. Now this one's only got a single question mark, because only the big cities have multiples. My bad. That was very bad driving by me. So apologies for that one. Now we are going to go around the block because I want to go and get this question mark. And I think it's probably just going to be a recruitment agency. The more you get, the better the drivers you're going to get. As far as I'm concerned. More choice. More choice means... Oh no, it's not. It's a Iveco. Chink! Iveco truck dealer discovered. Right, we turn right here. God, that Scania took that a bit dangerously wide, didn't he? only a slight detour, nothing too bad. Now, I don't believe you have to actually find the companies to be able to work for them. I think as long as you discover the town, you can work for the companies that are in the local town. Otherwise, you'd have to drive around every single road just to get anything done, which would be very tedious. That was close. Probably a couple of feet left. But I now can't tell if we're allowed to go. Oh, there we go. Go. No, stop. Stop. Now, have I got room to do my manoeuvre? I do have room to do my manoeuvre. And what would be lovely is if I could pull back out to the main road and do this one properly, but I don't know if I'll be able to. So what I can do instead is just drive around in a big old circle. Ooh, ooh. Oh! That wasn't such a big circle, that was more of a crash. No damage. Ooh, I'm so good. Ah, I've missed it. Straighten up here. This might. No. Oh, this has gone horribly wrong. Apologies, guys. This has gone horribly, horribly wrong. Never normally goes this bad. I might have been overcompensating too much. Finally, we're going in Roughy Straight. That could have been a lot better. Okay. So, need money from the bank. So now there's a company in Esberge looking for people who've got their own truck. So, we'll see what we can sort out in the next episode. Goodbye, guys.